Good morning, everybody. This is Ben Goldman, host of the Ben Goldman Show, and it is July 22nd, 2019. I'm here to read you the news. Today, we'll be focusing on only two topics. I know usually we go for three, but today we're going for two. Number one is Iran and the terrible things they're trying to do to start a war right now. Went and captured some people they shouldn't have, shot down some ships, shot down a drone, lots of bad stuff. We'll go into that in detail. Also, Al Franken, that's right, legendary senator slash SNL comedian Al Franken, the ghost of the man that we thought had disappeared 4 years ago, is back, and he's apparently haunting Democrats. They want him. They want to see him back up in the Senate. So we'll see how that goes. Lots of fun stuff for today. All right, let's start with Iran. First off, Iran, our beloved enemy nation for the U.S., has claimed that they have gone and captured 17 CIA spies, are holding them in Iranian prisons, and plan to execute them. Now, this is a pretty big claim, obviously. If you captured 17 CIA spies, that's 17 people working for the Americans, there's no way we could let 17 of our own people get executed. But apparently it's not that simple. While Iran had come out and said that these alleged spies had all become American spies through U.S. visa traps, trying to offer them visas in return for spying, the United States doesn't seem to agree with that opinion. Trump actually came out immediately after they said it, put out a very, very hard-hitting tweet denying not only that they had our spies, that they had captured any spies. Trump's tweet read, "The report of Iran capturing CIA spies is totally false. Just more lies and propaganda like their shot-down drone put out by a religious regime that is badly failing and has no idea what to do. Their economy is dead, and it will get much worse. Iran is a total mess." Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Iran's a disaster right now. They weren't in a good place before, don't get me wrong. But since Trump pulled out of their little nuclear deal, Iran has hit a very, very bad place. In the last 2 months alone, they've captured 2 oil tankers, one from the United Kingdom and one from the United Arab Emirates in the Strait of Hormuz. They shot down a Japanese oil tanker while the Prime Minister of Japan was actually in Iran meeting with their leaders for trade deals. Crazy. I don't even know why they do it, but that's what they did. They shot at a U.S. drone, took it down. We almost responded to it, but luckily Trump decided not to, although he did shoot down one of their drones, and they even tried to pretend like that didn't happen. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Iran's in a bad place right now. They're back to enriching uranium, far past where the nuclear deal said. And if you didn't realize it, the money they actually got from the nuclear deal was spent to buy a bunch of ICBMs and jets from Russia. That's right. Iranian Supreme Ayatollah called up Vladimir Putin. Was like, "Hey Putin, can I get some of them IBMs and some of them super jets?" And he's like, "Of course, comrade. Of course you can have my jets." And he's like, "Thanks, Putin. By the way, make sure they're equipped for nukes." But wait, Iran, I thought you weren't having nukes. They were planning on it anyways. They hate Israel. They hate America. They actually, even after that deal, they were still holding death to Israel, death to America parades. Completely zero intention of stopping. We didn't even ask them to stop. Worst deal ever. Can't even imagine. This is what Iran is, though. Ayatollah Khomeini is a religious zealot, and they're not going to be our friends. This is what it is. God bless the people of Iran, but the Iranian government is terrible. They're never going to be our friends. They proved this already. It's time for a change. But enough about Iran and overthrowing a nation. Let's talk about old Al Franken. That's right, guys. I'm sure you remember Al. Al was a longtime U.S. senator, very popular one, had some presidential ambitions even. One of the most powerful senators in the country. He, former SNL guy, actually helped start a lot of the Me Too movement. And then, twist of fate, Al Franken got Me Too'd himself. And he got Me Too'd hard, real hard, just destroyed him, absolutely ruined him. He had some picture come out, him groping a girl, wasn't good. He was, just ruined his whole career. But, turns out, Democrats aren't done with him yet. That's right. Al Franken was back on Twitter today, trending on Twitter today, and why? Because the New Yorker did an interest piece on him, to help disprove that he was a groper and also show how badly the Democrats want him back. This is the most media propaganda piece ever, and it's not the best thing for him. Al's not that popular anymore. Bad move by them, but this is what they're doing. They're sending the New Yorker out. They're sending their media out because the Democrat Party is weak right now. They look weak. They have weak candidates currently. I mean, if Kamala Harris or Joe Biden are the best they got, then welcome to the White House again, Mr. President Trump in 2020, because it's just that simple. There's no way they're going to be able to beat him with those candidates. Obviously, they have this crazy notion that if they reactivate Al Franken, they'll be able to take on Donald Trump. Wrong move, guys. It's really the wrong move. Al's done. You should let him stay done. You should let him be done. You should count your blessings that your whole party didn't go down along with him, frankly, considering the whole Me Too movement push at the time. But this is where it gets fun. So, Al Franken was accused of groping a woman named Leanna Tweeden at a USO show in 2006. And accused is not the right word because Al actually had a picture of him groping. I'll throw this up on the screen right now. But that's what Al Franken did. Al Franken groped a woman named Leanna Tweeden in 2006, and it bit him in the butt. That's just that simple. It bit him in the butt. Everyone saw it. He had to resign as one of the leaders of the Me Too movement. He absolutely had to resign. And they tried to bring him back once before, give him a little media credit afterwards. And the Democrats reacted really poorly to him. Buttigieg actually said that if he was in the Senate right then, he would not have asked for Al Franken to resign, and he got a lot of pushback from it. So Al Franken, not really popular, but apparently he's popular with the people up there because it's not stopping them from trying to bring him back. Funny enough, though, again, this is the guy who started a movement that followed around the idea of believing the accuser over the accused, which is extremely un-American. It's completely against our legal system. But this is a senator who did that. Funny enough, when the New Yorker asked him about that, he said, well, now I believe in due process and proportioned punishment. Wow, Al. So you feel like you weren't given due process. You feel like your punishment wasn't proportional, but you didn't feel like that before. Before that, you were all about it. Believe the accuser. Believe the accuser. Wrong. We don't do that in the United States. There's a reason that the benefit of the doubt is given to the accused, and that's because otherwise we can't protect our liberties. We can't guarantee any even remotely fair justice unless we do that. Luckily, Al Franken's seen the light. Unfortunately, it took him starting a massive movement and using it to destroy his own career before he realized it. Hypocrisy, thy name is Al Franken, but it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Bunch of big Senate Democrats, apparently, including Patrick Leahy and Heidi Heitkamp, are all coming out in this article too and saying, oh, they regretted kicking Al Franken out. They miss him. He was a great guy. He helped them lead the charge against President Donald Trump, so why not? Obviously, they need old Al back. Al was their ace in the hole, but he's gone now. That's the reality. They did that to themselves. They knocked him out. They destroyed his career. This is what it is. It's that simple. Twitter, though. Twitter's had some funny reactions to the Al Franken thing. Caitlin Keegan said, I would like to have seen Al Franken question Robert Mueller. Too bad he abused his position of power by groping at least eight women. Sucks for all of us that he made that choice. He made a choice himself to grope women. Angie B said, it would seem the groper's being elevated and the women are being dismissed. That this happens every day doesn't make it right. The DNC may be planning to shove Biden Franken ticket down our throats. Great, smart idea, DNC. Two old white guys with sexual harassment allegations against them. Real good play. Would love to see how that Biden Franken ticket works out for you. You guys are kicking it into high gear now, aren't you? Apparently you don't have enough old white guys on stage and your Kamala Harris bid's not working so well. And of course, one of my favorites is David Kadaku responded to the New Yorker saying, dragging up the ghost of Al Franken is more media trying to break Democrat focus on defeating Trump, more attempts at creating Democrat circular firing squad to help Republicans. No one should read such articles. No should help plutocrat court gossip media hurt Dems to help Republicans. All right, so the last couple words that were jumbled. Essentially what he's saying is that he believes that the media works for Donald Trump. I mean, we'll go into that. Obviously, that's not true. He believes it, whatever. But he does say that they're trying to make a circular firing squad by bringing up the ghost of Al Franken. Thing is, I think they actually like Al Franken, but it is going to create a circular firing squad because the guy's not someone you want to touch now, especially as a Democrat. Absolute career suicide. I don't know what the media's thinking on this, guys. I don't know what the Democrats are thinking. Hopefully they don't try to bring him back. I guess they liked him because he was entertaining up there relative to the other people they have. But there's other people like that. They should try to get him in office instead of bringing up a guy with a sexual harassment history and a picture to prove it. Not a good idea. They already excommunicated him. They already kicked him out. They've made their beds. It's time to lie in it. And my final thoughts for the day. Senator Ted Cruz and Bill Cassidy have gone and introduced a new bill, a new resolution in the Senate that would both condemn the actions of the organization Antifa, the anti-fascist organization, who has a history of things like throwing cement and milkshakes at people, attacking people with crowbars, chasing people down with guns, wearing masks in the street, burning cars, breaking into people's houses, stealing stuff, breaking stuff. Generally bad people. They want to not only condemn their actions, but officially label them as a domestic terrorist organization. Thank God it's finally happening. Antifa's dangerous. What they promote is dangerous. The fact that the media was willing to jump on their side at all of the beginning is dangerous. The fact that so many major Democrat politicians and mayors and everyone else were willing to jump on their side and defend them just because they didn't like Trump is gross. Thank you, Bill Cassidy. Thank you, Ted Cruz, for introducing this piece of legislation, which is obviously absolutely needed. We appreciate it. Thank all you guys at home for watching. Back again tomorrow. Love you guys. Let us know what you think of the show. Making improvements. Just got this cool new background. Hopefully we'll see you again in the morning. Talk to you later.